is 12:15. 12.
So if there's anybody out there who wants to have a talk,
Yeah, for me, for the Down Under cousins and the guys across the pond, or if anybody in the UK is still awake,
no.
Well, we've just finished the game. We're not going to tell you the result, but it was a good game.
It was.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was as well.
Really good.
I should have been more aggressively.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially one of my units.
Yeah, your commander didn't do nothing.
I know. I should have ran across the table.
Oh, don't give any spoilers. Your commander was amazing. But there was definitely, I liked it. That was interesting.
Yeah, it was
good.
I think third is a nice. I think third's a good game to get people if people want to get into 40k.
Well, that's what it did. It got so many people in. Like 8th did.
Yeah.
8th got people in, but
the thing is, you can pick up the rule books fairly cheap.
Yeah, they're not expensive.
Yeah. So you've got someone watching. Hey, yeah, you can pick up the rule books fairly cheap. The models doesn't matter because they're all out there. Fairly, out there. So
I think you could pick up a 3rd edition rule. Well, there's bound to be a PDF somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Bound to be. So that's good.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
But I was surprised how many books I've got at home now because you've got more.
Yeah.
Necron's Tau, all that sort of stuff, all the supplements. I have downloaded off a PDF chapter approved 3rd and 4th books. I've got the first book.
Yeah.
But you're right, the 3rd or 4th one, you have to go. Have to go, but good to see you guys at this time. Bloody hell, Josh, we're doing this all for you, man.
Yeah.
It's all for you. No pressure. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Because Josh did ask if we could do Sideways. Filmed along, so Josh can.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll do that next battle.
That's all right. Yeah, I think third's a good one that people get into, actually.
Yeah. It did change things, and like I say, I'll always say I was dead against it when it first came out because it was too basic, and I don't know about that. Where's all my biomorphs and this, that, and the other?
Yeah, but it's a good game.
It was good.
Yeah.
Gene Stealers. Well, Gene Stealers in the main rules before the Codex came out was savage, man.
Yeah.
2 attacks, charging 3, weapon skill 6.
God, mate, if we had the scenery, we could do it the Jungle Fighters. That would be a small game, small pointage on a big table, but because it's literally forest.
Well, we got those woods from.
I mean, no, mate, it's literally 90% of the tables, or 80% of the tables, wood or jungle.
Well, I've still got a load of trees, bare trees. I can put sticks and flock onto it, so we can make.
Because you have booby traps a lot.
We can make terrain, make woods, do a 4x4, and your jungle fights because my range is reduced, but yours isn't, is it?
No.
And you don't suffer the penalties from moving through it, do you?
No.
Well, I do. I'll be 2d6.
Yeah, I don't. I do suffer the range, sort of. My range is shorter, but not as bad as yours.
No.
But I can set booby traps up, and they set them up in hidden deployments and everything.
What I might do with 3rd edition models is do a Urothwell web-based strike force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be nice.
That'd be interesting.
I will at some point do the White Army.
Now, is that Josh?
I don't know.
I don't think so, because Josh said he's got to go.
Yeah. That's all right. Listen to
we stayed up late for you and you buggered off.
Yeah, you can ask us a question, guys.
Yeah, if you're new to the live chat, just ask away. Say hi and ask away. We're just drinking tea.
Mm.
We're normally chat here live for about half hour.
Yeah. No, I think third this would be good for that if we want to start that way.
Well, I wonder how this will relate to one-page rules. Be interesting, because my psychics won't be that influential.
No. It's not too bad a balanced game.
I'd like to see what this does in second, and how much you'd actually have. You should have roughly the same amount, because don't forget, mine has reduced in points to 1,200 odd, or 1,191.
Yeah.
So and that's a 1,500 point army in second.
You see 3, 6, 9, 9. It's probably about 1,200.
Yeah, so
In
it's about
troops.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is probably about, yeah.
Because you can have your wolf card, can't you? Battle leaders, you still get battle leaders in second edition.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Please play second edition of Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Second edition? Second edition? Why would you want us to play second
We got
edition?
third.
I got second.
Okay, I got second.
You got third, you got fourth. We got fourth.
Did we?
I bought fourth. The box set is fourth. I've listened to the Old Hammer Fiction podcast. Why? You won't do. Second edition was 3 books in a box. And I got them over the loft. Why would you want second edition? It was your first edition that you played.
Well, the edition I played was one big hardback book.
That's third.
One big hardback book with all the races in it.
Yeah.
Was that third?
Was it a hardback?
Oh, big fat, thick
Yeah,
hardback
sir.
book. Yeah, with all the races in it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. And then you had Warhammer Siege and Warhammer Armies. And Warhammer Armies was a more fleshed out army lists.
Must have been the armies.
It was a thick book.
Yeah, I don't remember it being a
And
really thick book.
I want to see you all add up those fractions.
No.
Right, in third edition, you open the book and they had, because I always stared at it for so long, a table full of models attacking a white-walled manor house or city. Giants in the rivers and hedges everywhere and stuff like that. Lots of coloured photographs of models and stuff like that. Mate, it was and on the cover's amazing. I can't remember who the artist is, but the cover's amazing. And it's got the guy whacking an orc or goblin with a hammer. Behind him's an elf.
And a dwarf.
And the elf's got a slash on its leg.
That's the one I played, yeah.
Yeah, that's third edition.
That was a long time ago. I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember that.
You'd recognise the cover. Oh, it was about 1986, mate. Well, I still got Warhammer Siege book. Like I said,
I've probably got all the dwarf codexes when they came out.
Yeah, probably. I used to collect all the elf ones. But like you say, we bought the Battle Magic and we've got the 4th edition.
Yeah.
Because the 4th edition was a box set with all the Night Goblins and High Elves.
That's it, yeah.
With the plastic models.
Yeah, I got the Battle Magic box for that.
Yeah. So that'd be later, but we'll use our fantasy battle to play Kings of War.
Yeah, yeah. So I could dig out my dwarves for that.
I told you that.
Yeah, I know, but it means I've got to dig them out. Then I want to start painting more, and then I'll go on eBay and I'll start buying more. And
yeah, well, I am painting some drunk dwarves for the Grudge and Drog campaign at the moment.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, Danny's here. I made it. Mate, Danny, I know you commented in the other live show, but I haven't seen it. I just got a notification that you said something, but I'll check later.
I think I've still got the box for the Grudge and Drog.
Wow.
With the actual paper, the cardboard brewer house you had there. The thing I didn't do, I never got the special models to go with it because I couldn't afford it.
Well, I just thinking back now with hindsight, is I remember I had the Skaven Screaming Bell, right? Hang on, and I had the Elven Prince on the Griffin.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I remember selling them at a car boot sale. I was cursing I missed the earlier live stream. Yeah, so I sold them at a car boot sale.
Oh,
I know. With hindsight now, I wouldn't have got rid of anything. It's great to be a hoarder.
oh yeah, I'm sure anyway.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, I missed out. I wish at the time I didn't have the money because back then I was all talking about. But there was a queen, a king, dwarf for the treasure got, and I never got them. I wish I had. It's like I never got around to getting the first Felix Qualtrics.
Yeah.
And I wish
Mate, they're so expensive on eBay. So expensive on eBay.
Well, if the kids can get on my nerves, I'm just going to spend their inheritance.
Well, I keep looking and thinking, Should I get them for you? Well, I can never find them cheap enough.
I saw one and I was dithering, do I get it or not? And then it got out, then it got sold, and I thought, why don't I just put the freaking bid on?
Yeah, but you got to make sure you get the right models.
Oh, yeah, it's the first.
Have they changed model?
Yeah,
yeah.
So it's quite a few editions of them.
Yeah. Howdy. Oh my God.
All right, guys.
Howdy. That's modeling for Advantage. They're great. I do like them.
Yeah.
I do like the battle reports.
But yeah,
I like the narrative stuff they do. Which edition of Warhammer Front of Battle had the Chaos Dwarf book? That was my first taste of fantasy and my favourite. Oh, that's going to be fourth. There was Chaos Dwarfs in the Warhammer armies, but I think they were a supplement to the Chaos Army.
No, they actually did bring out a proper Chaos Dwarf one, but...
Fourth.
Yeah.
Crown of Command will know.
Yeah.
If Crown of Command don't know, you should get off.
Yeah, because you had...
Josh, your battle reports are cool.
yeah. Yeah, they were very... They were really good, actually.
With a great big stupid hat.
Yeah, but you had the hobgoblins on that as well.
Yeah, the sneaky gits as well.
Yeah, and the hobgoblin bullfighters, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, they were funny little army actually, quite hard.
Oh, was it?
I think, well, yeah, because you think you got dwarves, but they're the so hard stuff. Then you got hobgoblins running around being other little gits. So you got that.
I could never do dwarfs.
Didn't you?
Hated dwarfs. One of my best betting models was a dwarf.
Oh, brilliant, mate.
Because back in what's he called? He's a YouTuber, and I follow him. He does painting, and he decided to get the same dwarf model that John Blanche painted in a White Dwarf. I think it's White Dwarf 99, possibly 98, and he painted it in stage by stage.
Yeah.
And I painted one of the plastic. Do you remember the Warhammer Regiment where you got 10 dwarves, 10 this, 10 that? And don't forget they had Orc and Goblin slaves. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. That's where Black Orcs came from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they made Black Orcs and they rebelled, and then but yeah, they could have Black Orcs in.
Black Orcs were hard though, weren't
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think because Black Orcs in Fantasy Battle were harder than a normal Orc.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And I think that's what the Goths should have been in second edition 40k. They should have been harder.
Yeah.
Black Orc Goth boys, I personally think, to say they're so hard in combat, should have at least had a weapon skill of 4, or at least had, or the Scarboy profile should have been your normal Goth boy.
Oh, yeah.
Chaos Dwarfs were great, Magic and War Machines plus... So you should have your phone.
Yeah, well, I haven't got it. It's big on that screen, it's my phone. It's getting late and I'm going to freaking see it anyway.
The Lammas has to be one of my favourite menus of all time.
That's the freaking bull.
That's that bloody great big bull thing, isn't it?
Yeah, with the face of a dwarf. Oh, yeah.
Games Workshop Orc content seems to be one company decade long, bring out the world gits and gubbies into the worldwide English speakers. Yeah, Danny, they are one of the most sought after minis now.
Yeah, probably.
Should sell the 3 I got then.
I don't think the Chaos Dwarf was pop that popular.
No. I don't like dwarfs in general. I would have gone for a wood elf. From second edition, I liked the wood elves. I just the thought of them being there. Lots of archers, war dancers, and that was it.
See, I remember playing the game and some bloke had all these dark elves all along the front.
Yeah, he's nice, yeah.
And his dark elves right across the table, and he's going, "I'm going to shoot you up," and I went, "Yeah, whatever." And I literally just marched my whole army across the table. I was taking casualties.
Yeah.
I had no war machines, and when I got there, I was pounded them in the ground.
Well, yeah, because it'd be just thin lines against rank and file, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, but my ranks were then knocked down to 2 ranks of dwarves. I literally had to take that much fight. You think I could only move 6 inches every turn?
Oh, because you could march, couldn't you?
Yeah, and it was once I got there, it just went bang, and it was like, oh, what happened? I went, well, you're proxy elf standing there shooting me.
3D printing and a couple of guys making the most awesome looking 4th edition style models now. Wow.
Yeah, there is some good stuff.
Yeah, Josh is getting into 3D printing, I think.
Resin
printing. I think you got to do resin printing over printing because you get those horrible little lines. But resin printing looks quite cool.
Yeah.
There's some great models out there, but there's still. There's a guy who does some medieval based stuff, and he's in Greece, but it's really expensive because of the postage.
Yeah, but if you go out and get a decent printer, and yeah, my shoulder pads were what I had for my Marines. They're resin printed.
Yeah, but what I mean is, I'm not saying,
Like,
I'm not
cheaper
debating that. There's nothing wrong with the resin. It's the fact it's the cost of shipping them over from Greece.
Yeah, there's only someone over here that can do it.
Not the models he's got. My first ever painting me was the plastic Captain Dwarf you got free. Wow. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So you remember the Warhammer regiments where you had where Bo's always crap in Warhammer. I remember they never seemed to do much in the battle reports. I played fancy myself. No, I don't think that Elven bows were good because they were range of 36 and -1 on your save.
Oh, I just read crossbows.
Yeah, but crossbows you can't move with fire.
Who cares? What will on me for?
That's true.
They're going to move, only move 6.
But elves had a longer range. Your crossbows were only range 30.
24.
Oh, there you go. Elves had a range of 36 with the longbows. Brilliant.
That's why you have cannons. You've got a bow, I've got a cannon.
But then there's nothing to say we couldn't use our Kings of War models.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
could do the undead.
Yeah.
All right, you don't remove models off the base. We just put a date stamp saying that you've lost that. They're really still crap unless you have an expo with high bull skills, which is rare. So there's nothing to say you can do that. The only problem you're going to have is if there are 5 across and you've got 16 models on the base when you should have 20. So you'd have to make, if we were thinking we're going to use our Kings of Wars from Warhammer Fantasy Battle, you'd have to do them as a proper block.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm saying, you my zombies, I'll have 16 on the base, so they'll spread out and look like they're just.
Yeah, it's basically a wound counter next to it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. But you'll have to say, well, I've paid for 20 there, even though there's only 16 models.
Yeah.
And once I lose 5, I've lost a rank.
But no, I did like my dwarves. I thought they were.
Yeah,
Right.
I never really got a massive fancy army. I never did. There
Oh,
was never one
that
particular
was-
race I went for. I had Scarlocks, Wood Elf Archers. I've lost them all the time. Although, oddly enough, I found the command squad. I was looking through I found some Hormoglons, right? And I
Well,
thought,
sell that, you better
what's
have a
that?
war on me.
And it was literally Scarlock himself, the war dancer, the standard bearer, and the musician.
Well, they sell that, those 4 men, you'd be able to have enough money to go buy an army from Kings of War.
Yeah, you would do.
Yeah.
They'd probably fetch a bit of. Honestly, you see some of the Scarlock archers, and they're going for like 8 quid.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's like Troll Slayers, or Dwarf Troll Slayers. They're ridiculous.
That Jason shows his dwarf army in the next army showcase. Yeah.
Actually, I did put that up back long on Facebook. My dwarf army.
Did you?
Yeah.
In what?
Well, when the channels.
No, the fantasy channel.
Yeah, because someone goes, "Oh, you ready to sell?" I'm like, "No."
Oh right, yeah, you showed off, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I had quite a few duplicates
Yeah,
of stuff.
lots
And
of
stuff. Yeah.
dwarves.
Oh, you don't need all those. That's it. Because I had all the white dwarf character model
Oh wow.
from when they first came out until as far as I can remember. It's up to I can remember, and they're all still in their boxes unopened. Yeah, I ain't getting rid of them.
I have only got.
I've got two of the dwarf regiment renowned.
I've got
Actually, 3.
2 models still in blister packs, and that's
Still.
James R, the Howling Banshee Phoenix Lord,
Oh yeah.
and the Dark Reaper Mugara, or whatever he's called, in blisters. Oh, and I got the Emperor's Champion.
I think I've got
Somewhere.
a few war machines still in the blister packs.
Wow.
Um,
What, for Fantasy Battle?
yeah.
Oh my god.
I know I've got Bugman's Dwarf Rangers, the first lot. I've got the Dragon Dwarfs or some Dragon Mountains or whatever they were. Guys, all painted. Don't think I've got the boxes of them anymore, unfortunately. I've got then the Long John's Pirates. They're from Regiment of Renowns.
Bloody hell.
I've also got the Dwarf Slayer who made war machines. He's got a war machine that throws axes as well. I know that. And that's the character kind of one. I've got the other ones as well, you know. But I haven't actually got the. Have I got 2 thrones? No, I've got the first throne of power. I don't think I've got the newest one. Where have I? I'm not sure now.
I'll tell you what, you speaking of thrones, someone put on Facebook, and I think it was £20 to starting bid, and it was G-Stealer Patriarch on the throne.
Oh yeah.
With the Magus next to him.
Yeah.
The thing was missing one arm of the throne. So it had the base, the back, and one arm, the model and the Magus, Magus or whatever, but it was still missing a whole section of the chair. They were still asking for stupid money. Jason's garage and attic must be like Aladdin's cave. No, it's not. It's all in a cupboard in his house now.
There's some stuff in the garage, in the attic.
Oh, is there?
I think.
Bloody hell.
I know there's white dwarfs and there's books up in the attic, but I think I managed to get.
All your models in the cupboard?
I think I got more in the cupboard. Yes, big cupboard. But yeah, they were in the cupboard.
Yeah, big as in you open it. Oh, hello, Aslan. What are you doing here now? I got lost.
Yeah, I like the dwarfs. That was my main army when I first started playing. Then I got into 40k. I played more fantasy than I did 40k.
Now like a wardrobe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's actually what it was. It's an airy cover. You used to have the boiler in it.
Oh right, yeah. Well, we got one of them.
Yeah,
we had the boiler in it.
It's just quite deep.
Yeah, but we I never really had a massive fantasy army. The biggest, because a lot of the time back in the day, I would cast everything from the Prince August mode. So I had loads of humans, and I used to field Empire Knight because you could have High Helm riders were hard as hell. And you had the Imperial Guard, which were good swordsmen. You had the Imperial Knights, which were good cavalry, but then you had the special Knight Panthers and High Helms. And the High Helms, to minimum, you had to be 6'5" to be a High Helm, and they were really hard cavalry.
With the dwarfs, they actually brought out the Norse dwarfs.
Right, okay.
So I actually got a couple of units of 20 of Norse dwarfs, and then you got the Imperial dwarfs, and they did the dwarf dwarfs. So they had like 3 ranges of dwarfs, because one was Marauders.
All right, yeah.
Marauder miniatures, didn't it? So their dwarfs were more the Imperial dwarfs, and you had the Norse dwarfs, and you had like the dwarfs themselves.
Sorry, the camera's wrong because we keep tapping the table.
But yeah, so I got quite a few different ages of the dwarfs.
And then you still got a lot of 40k stuff that you haven't really tapped into.
Yeah, I've got to get the enthusiasm for that. But I think I can get that. I'll start gluing them together and write an army list for one-page rules.
Right, okay.
That will make me want to use it more. Because the 40k version kind of lost their sheen a bit.
I like 40k. No.
Really?
Don't believe you. See that you sent us the Avatar and bloody Night Lord.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to go toe to toe. We're gonna have to go toe to toe. Definitely. But yeah, so but then you look at 2nd edition Chaos Marines, there aren't a lot of options. You can find the guys with the plasma and the flamer everywhere.
I've seen a
lot.
And
the heavy weapons, but you try and find the Chaos Marines, those metal ones with bolters.
Really?
Oh, they're really hard to find.
Alright.
It's really bizarre. Because there weren't that many of them. That box set, I think you ended up with about, out of the 10, there's, well, probably 4 or 5 different versions, but you just couldn't get them. The only thing you could possibly do is, if you had spare ones, is to use the heavy weapon Chaos Marines, like the one with the missile launcher, and just give them a normal bolt gun. It's really hard to find the Chaos Marines with the bolt guns. So this is why I think if you're ever going to build a 2nd edition Chaos army, use the plastic ones.
I won't be there.
I got loads. I got that. I accidentally won that Night Lord bid, didn't I? And there's loads of plastic.
Oh, I've got loads of plastic ones.
Bikes and the Terminators. I've got Terminators coming out of my arms.
I've
got loads of Chaos Terminators.
I've got loads of plastic ones.
I want to get my own back and field a Chaos Terminator army against you like you did to me. Difference is, I can't teleport.
Oh.
So they're by Abaddon or Abaddon. I prefer Abaddon.
Yeah.
Some people say Abaddon.
Ew.
Others, them.
It's wrong, isn't it?
I reckon so. Abaddon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course he can deep strike for free. with the bodyguard.
And you hit him with a stasis grenade, and you can stay there watching the battle.
Yeah, and be like, I'm enjoying this. No one's hurting me. I'm not hurting them. We're all happy.
Yeah, right.
Look at all my men dying. Actually, he wouldn't even be able to. He wouldn't be able to move his eyes, would he? He'd be like, what's going on? What's going on?
That's one thing I did like with
Lucius Turner.
No. As a Space Wolf character, I can't think what he's called now. And he's basically removed his second heart and put a stasis grenade in it.
Loki,
Yeah.
Locust the trickster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he dies, he actually generates a status grenade. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was brilliant. I really like that idea.
But what edition was that? That wasn't second.
No, it was announced later on.
The trickster.
Quite later on.
And he gets and he annoys all the other wolf lords.
Yeah, and he only leads blood claw packs. He can't go anywhere else. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one.
A Night Lord army could be good to go against Eldar. That would be cool.
Yes, it would.
Yeah. But like I say, I won this bid, and there was loads of plastic ones in there, and they've sort of done a all whitest paint job. But it's the fact that I've got a load of Terminators and four bikes. But then I also got I got off our mate a bike or 2 bikes with the metal fairings.
Yes, yeah.
And there's a guy local selling them for £9 at the moment. Yeah, I know. But you try buying them with those chaotic metal fairings on them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They ain't cheap. So
No.
£9 not that bad. I was toying with the flamers though, but I'll never get to use them. So I'll never do a Zeech army. Why would you do a Zeech army in second?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to play energy drain. You're going to lose D6 models after. To be fair though, the amount of times the card will come out is good. I mean, the chances of it coming out against you,
It's quite rare.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, really. Be interested. But I'm definitely going to do a corn army.
Well, you've almost got that, haven't you? I did see on the other day.
No, I mean, you could have Khan the Betrayer lead an army if it's 1,000 points.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have. You couldn't put Bloodthirster in; it'd be too expensive at 300 points.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have Karn, probably 2 units of Berserkers, and then flesh out some Bloodletters. But don't forget, the Bloodletters can come in units of 3, so it don't have to be 8 like Khorne's number.
No.
That would be interesting. 1,000 points, Khorne Berserkers. There's so many options we can do. It's mental.
Yeah, but then you look at third you can have your corn army, really.
Yeah, but what I mean is now we can take any history we got, anything we know now about 40k, and make a second edition army.
Oh, yeah.
Themed it. A Black Legion army with all types of units would work. Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It would. You could take a variety then. Yeah. But we're going to any army we do for second now will then be the basis probably for a third edition.
Yeah, so you use it in both.
So we just add to that.
You don't need a lot to add to it either.
No, and I don't think people will crucify us too much if we took, like, if I use third edition Plastic Eldar Guardians and throw it into a second edition game.
No.
It's only because we're lucky enough to have the Rogue Trader and the second edition Guardians that we can use them.
Yeah, obviously
And once I make a mold, I can cancel lots of them. It's doing it. I'm having it. I'm going to do it. I've got one Eldar, and I've been after it for ages, and I stumbled across it. I didn't realise I had it, so thankfully I didn't buy it off eBay. And it's one Eldar Guardian, and he stood upright with a lasgun.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, once I clean him up and make a mold of him, I'll cast 10 of them. It's literally, hang on, it'd be 110 points for a unit of 10. Just do it and paint them as Black Guardians.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to say then, right, lasguns aren't in third edition. That's when Eldar have shuriken enough against.
Yeah, they're Eldar's Eldar.
Yeah, the only ones that have the lasguns then are the Swooping Orcs.
Yes.
Or Las Blasters,
Yeah.
which are slightly more effective. Yeah, because they're assault too, aren't they, instead of rapid fire?
I think so, yeah.
But then Swooping Orcs are expensive instead.
So spiders.
Yeah, they're not cheap. Well, they're so good. possibly.
I can't remember. No, they're not.
Well, they got
No,
range
they're
of
not.
12, haven't they? Can they blip out again?
They've got rapid fire. They're not even assault weapons.
You sure?
Sure, yeah, they're a rapid fire weapon.
Be right back. So many of the second edition models carry through the third. I just don't like so much. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, yeah, they got they're rapid fire. So I was looking at it, reading it the other day.
You're probably right.
I thought, that's
I know
not
they
good.
become
Why
assault-
do I want to stay still with these?
I know they've become assault in the later editions.
Yeah, they're rapid fire. Because you've got to give the Exarch fast shot to be able to shoot twice.
What are you looking for?
That's second, isn't it? I'm thinking of second now. The water spiders.
Yeah, what's the gun called? Oh,
Death Spinner.
no. It's not with Death Spinner, is it?
Oh, Death Spinner.
Death Spinner, yeah.
Yeah, it's what was it? Is it third? I can't remember now. I know it was a bit hard to find the rules for them because I was looking for it the other day.
Right, let's have a look. China Spears.
They're elites. Oh, they're fast attacks, aren't they? Well, they fast attack these elites.
No, Christ, they're elites. Wolf Spiders.
Yeah.
Right, Death Spinner.
It's
Death
strength
Spinner's
6-1.
Rapid fire, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you keep talking.
That's why I mean, I like the models, but I thought the guns, I didn't think
Wow,
the guns
that's
that brilliant.
daft.
They nerfed the gun a lot compared to second.
Hang on, I think I know why. So look. So what you would have
Is a really,
withdrawal.
yeah, he's just gonna look at it now. But yeah, it's a rapid fire weapon. So you have to stay still, get shot up, and then do it.
Right, so basically, if you've got a Warp Spider
Yeah.
and you give them withdrawal, after the combat's finished, you can try and break off,
Yeah.
and you break off, and the enemy squad can only consolidate, and as you withdraw, you automatically regroup. Right, okay, so what's the price of soap? The Exarch leads his squad on an attack just when the enemy are least expecting it. When him and his squad charge, they gain +2 attacks instead of +1. Why would you charge with Warp Spiders?
Because they've got armor 3.
So what?
Weapon skill 4.
Initial 5.
One attack. They're
Charge
plugging
with
it
3
around,
attacks.
aren't they?
3 attacks then. You get +2 with a surprise
Yeah.
soap. Why would you do that though? Death Spinner. So rapid fire.
You can't
So
even shoot. You couldn't shoot before you
so
shot either.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that making them. Oh, hang on, warp jump generators. Let's have a look at that.
But yeah, they
So making them wrap assault was much better, even though it was only a range of 12.
yeah.
So that was an improvement.
Unless they did it in a Q&A later on. I can't remember.
Possibly, but I doubt it.
Yeah, no, the Scorpion Mander Blaster, they were pretty cool.
Warp jump generator. Here we go. Here we go.
This is where you could jump. You could do that massive distance, wasn't it?
I'll tell what short distance is. A model with a warp spider generator may ignore 12 inches, may ignore terrain. You may make a second jump at the start of the assault phase. They cannot make a second jump and charge. The second jump is random, so you roll 2d6. If you roll a double, one member's disappeared. The unit equipped with water spider jump generator advances and falls back 3d6, ignoring. So if you got that withdrawal, you can blip off 3d6.
Yeah, so you can bit out cover and then they're basically behind cover, yeah.
So you can move 12 and potentially disappear another 12 inches.
Yeah,
But if you roll a double, so if you roll a 12, one of these gone.
yeah.
But rapid fire, assault would have been better. Assault 12.
Ah.
A straight 6 dash. There was no rending in this
No.
edition.
But then again, I suppose if you're rapid fire, if someone comes around the corner and shoots you up and you survive it, you can rapid fire then.
Flip out, yeah.
Yeah. It might be because of that.
Possibly.
Yeah, I still like them. The whole idea of them is
Yeah.
brilliant.
I do like the fluffy item.
The only thing they didn't ever bring out was a field lord, even though they did that book.
Hey guys, if you think second edition Ella were good, second edition Dark Angels, especially Deathwing, were crazy. Yes, they are.
Yeah, so we're painting some on.
Yes, we are. Well, he's in the middle of doing that.
Yeah.
I got Deathwing. He's got Ravenwing.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I've almost done that.
So I'm not even sure. I suppose I should, when we keep going, I suppose I should put some Ravenwing in my Dark Angel armor, else it will look no different to
The
Ultramarines, really, will it?
With the man, it's still.
Yeah, I suppose not. It's my army, innit?
Yeah, it's how you want to do it. You know, just.
I could do it. I could do a small contingent of Ravenwing. I've got the land speeder, and I've got some bikes and an attack bike, so I've got enough to do a small contingent of Ravenwing. Doesn't have, it won't be a massive force.
That's not massive.
No, but then I want to add a 10-man jump assault squad onto that. So I want to add a 10-man squad against that assault squad.
Oh, right,
So I'll have a tactical devastator and assault.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Then again, if you put another 10-man tactical stuff with that as well, you've got a third edition balanced third edition army.
Yeah, because I'd have to have a HQ and 2 troop, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dreadnoughts are elites, aren't they?
Yes.
Not heavy.
Yeah, release.
So the bikes will be fast. The land speeder will be fast.
Yeah.
Devastator's heavy, obviously. Yeah, so you realise all my Deathwing are second edition models, were they? Hi guys, how are you finding Kings of War? We said this before the live chat.
Yeah.
I find it's going to be a frustrating game for me because you got to be quite patient.
And planning.
Yeah, but it's that last game. I charged in to make the game exciting. Otherwise, that flank would have just been a complete stalemate.
Yeah, well, I was going to stay on that objective no matter what.
Yeah,
because that's what I needed to stay there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It is good.
Yeah,
it is good.
I do like the whole idea. It's more once you've got your plan, sticking to it.
Yeah.
Getting it lined up. Yeah, that can be frustrating, but it makes a better general. Then it's not a hero hammer. It's not. Oh, I've got the hardest unit in the game, or I've got the latest.
Yeah.
Unit. It's literally everything's really well balanced.
I got the rest of my Kings of War Mega Army box set out, thinking, right, so I've got another unit of zombies to paint and another unit of ghouls to paint, and that'd be it. When I got them out, there was no ghouls. Someone had just put in more zombies. So I thought, for crying out loud, they're only they need 5s to hit. They got a defense of 2. That's rubbish. And then I thought, well, hang on a minute, most of Jason's stuff's got crushing 1 or crushing 2 anyway. So his trolls would need 2s to hit anyway. So I suddenly think I can see a use for zombies and just have 5 regiments of zombies.
Yeah.
With a necromancer just boosting them and inspiring them.
Like they said there, isn't it?
That'd be mental.
A box standard unit can do just as much damage as a couple of elite units.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have more of them. So there's no.
I do like my cavalry though.
Yeah, they scare me. I've got to admit.
Yeah. So I was half tempted to get another elite box set, which will give me 10 wraiths, another 20 cavalry. But then you look at some of the models, and I think they've changed the composition because it looks like now you get 10 Revenant cavalry and 5 Soul Reaver cavalry. I don't want vampires. I don't want them.
Don't have them then.
Well, can I? If I get that box set, I don't want 5 Soul Reaver cavalry. I want Revenant cavalry. I want skeletons.
I'll put one on eBay there.
Lots of skeletons. Lots of zombies.
So I like the look of that when there's just loads and loads of it. But I really did enjoy Kings of War.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It made me think a lot more than like, more tactics in it.
And you need to play more as well, or I need to catch up with it. I've been meaning to ask, where is that you're playing? How come? We're usually the only folks in the club. Right, so this is a scout hall.
Yep.
We are allowed to hire it out very kindly at a cheaper rate. We used to run a gaming club here, but it was sort of dying, and then COVID killed it.
Yeah.
Kings of War does look pretty decent for the men's. I think the game is growing on me. It is. It's a good game.
Yeah. I watched a YouTube channel today, and I can't think what they're called now.
Yeah. And so that's why we're in a scout hut, and that's why it's only two of us, because we decided after COVID and we were coming back, I said, Jace, do you want to try doing a battle report? And he was like, So I talked him into it, and then he taught me to do the live chats, which is great, and that's how it snowballed from there.
Yeah.
I mean, one day we might, if we're crazy enough, hold a little event here.
Yeah.
Don't know. Kings of War, well, second edition probably, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4 or 5 tables, second edition. You've got enough to do how many boards? Well, we got
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
4 boards.
Well, you got this one.
Yeah.
1. You've got the Mars one. 2.
Oh yeah.
You got the
Trench
industrial, the trench. 3.
3.
You've got the industrial one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
4.
So we have 5 or 6.
We got the traditional one.
Yes.
5.
Yeah.
So we could have 5 tables here. I'd travel for a little event there. That would be worth the trek. Kings of War doesn't really much. And Undead are awesome. Awesome. I love the Undead.
Yeah, they look good on the table. They really do.
But I reckon, like I say, if I rebase that zombie unit, so there's 16 on the base, that should be 20. There'd be a little bit more spaced out and look like more of a shambling rabble than a uniformed regiment. Well, I'll keep my skeletons, cavalry as a proper uniform regiment, because you think they'd march in like that.
But no, there's a YouTube channel I watched today, and I can't think what it's called. WG something. They've basically got their symbol is like a rifle, an axe, and I think it's a sword.
Go and have a look. So I'll hold the fort. Yeah, so Kings of War are good. I'll have to catch up with your battle reports, and I did see one with you against the, who was it? Ultramarines against, it was a one-page rules game. Ultramarines against the Coalition or something, like the Tau. And that was really good. And your Ultramarine painting is, I love that blue. That was a really good blue. I don't like the second edition Ultramarine blue because I think it's a little bit too pale for me. I'd like a richer royal blue velvet. I've just finished away for the old world, and now I'm going back to my Tomb Kings for Kings of War. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that's the Empire of the Dust, isn't it? Empire of the Dust. See, I was very close to doing them instead.
They look nice.
Because I like the
lizardy skeleton things.
No, the big ones that look like Anubis's.
Oh yeah.
They look really good, but then I fell for the the Undead army. I think is more of a little bit of a gothic horror sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like say you got your vampires, your werewolves. Oh, those werewolves are brilliant.
Yeah, it's Victoria Wargaming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, watch them, and they were doing how to play, but before they did it, they were explaining bits about Kings of War, how it works, and not only funny. You listen to that, and you again, that's exactly what I want in a war game. Yeah, the whole it's a friendly game. It's not competitive. Well, there is a competitive, but it's more friendly than competitive in the way it's balanced, and it's not like no meta chasing, no got to have the latest thing and all that. There's none of that. I mean, it was a quite long thing they did.
About 3 hours long.
Yeah, but I'm not even. You listen to them, and they were like,
"How long did it take to watch that?"
I didn't. I only got to the first 10 minutes, and I was thinking, I've got to go now.
I
didn't get to watch all of it. But yeah, it was
good for Kings of War. That tickles my fancy. Yeah, it's got to be. That would be the Empire of Dust.
But yeah, it was well worth watching that. If you weren't sure about it, listen to these two guys. would sell you it straight away. It just sounded the way they made it sound, and it was a good game to play. And it's quite cheap to get into, really.
Yeah.
For a wargaming game, it's quite a cheap one to get into.
You get that army box set, a mega box set. It's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, and you shop around, you can get some good deals.
And that mega box set is enough for you to do an ambush force.
Yeah,
easily.
And they're bringing ambush boxes out.
Yes.
So yeah.
In fact, there was one battle report where they did do just an ambush and they had to get across the river.
Yeah.
So they just put a small river in the middle and you had to get over the river. And if you got a unit over that river, you get points for it. And if you manage to kill them and get back over the rivers.
But
so it's fairly straightforward.
We've watched a couple of their games actually, and they are quite nice little games.
See, Death by Dragons isn't too bad.
No.
There's a couple of games I've watched him do. And he stops and draws on the screen and says, well, these are going to turn that way and go that way and they're going to do that. And if he fails that, then I can turn that one.
But no, just the way they would talk about it, if I hadn't played it and if I'd seen them beforehand, I'll be definitely going, Rich, can we go play this? If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I've played it already, now I've seen them, they're like, actually, what they're saying is actually right. It's
what we're thinking
nice, just friendly, easy going game, you know what I mean?
Well, we're thinking of getting a chess clock, aren't we?
Yes. That's going to really screw us up.
Yeah. And what we might do with that is might go live, because we know we've got a certain amount of time to do it.
Stress on.
So we'll just have the camera to one side, because I won't have a door here filming it late at night. We'll just have the camera on one side, aiming down onto as much of the board as you can see, and we're just game live.
Oh, that'll be
yeah.
So how's that work? You must set a time limit for the game.
50 minutes.
What, for game?
Yeah. I think it's 50 minutes for a game, and then that'd be 50
minutes each.
I think so. Yeah. And then as soon as you tap the clock, as soon as I tap the clock, your clock starts. And then you've got your movement to do, your turn to do, and then you tap the clock, which forces me to then do my turn. Or it's 50 minutes in total.
No, it must be 50 minutes.
I don't know, mate. You'd have to go for it. You think, no messing around, you'd be in, you'd have to think about your movement, you'd move, you'd shoot, do the combat, bosh.
I would be...
Tap the thing, you'll go.
Oh, yeah, what do I do? Panic.
I mean, I reckon we should do that for any game. You imagine doing that for bolt action or something? You got no time.
Oh, bolt action, I don't mind that.
I don't think it would work for bolt action because it's so random. You can do it because of the randomness, but
I think you could.
I reckon you could do it for second edition.
As soon as you pull that dice out, bang, the clock goes.
Oh yeah.
I think you could do that with that one. I think that would be
yeah, but then I reckon if you pull the dice out, right? You do whatever you do, and you pull the dice out. If it's yours, you can crack on. If it's mine, you go slap and start my clock. That'd be quite mad.
I think that would be quite funny, actually.
I'll be able to get one. That'd be really funny.
Because that would make
a fast game, though.
Yeah. But I think it would, the Kings of War will definitely put the pressure on.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if you stop diddling down here, it's like.
Well, so you watch Magnus Carlsen or whatever it's called, the great chess champion now. He's been like chess champion for 10 years.
Yeah.
He had like 30 seconds on the clock and the other player had 3 minutes and he still beat him and he used about 8 seconds. He's sort of going, slap.
I was watching
he's amazing.
Death by Dragons, and he said, I do a tournament, and one of the guys who he was playing against had something like 20 minutes on the clock, and he only had like 3.
Yeah.
Because the other guy was ogres, he was like, I'm going to dump the bang, finish your turn. He's like, ah!
Yeah, and he had to think what the hell he was doing. Yeah, we're gonna have to get one. You
Yeah.
can get one with a pause button just in case there's a rule query.
Yes.
So we best get one of them.
Yeah, I have to look at that.
It would have to be a digital one, mate.
Yeah, I have looked, actually. I think they're about
20 quid?
Yeah, 20 quid. So I have to...
That'd be so funny.
Oh, God.
Does that include deployment?
Don't think so. No,
I
you
don't
take
think
it
it
in
does,
terms of...
yeah.
Yeah, but you start...
But that'd be every slap, let's go.
Yeah.
And the other thing we thought about doing, is anybody there?
Yeah.
There's still 4 people there. And the other thing we were thinking of doing is when we do, because we realise movement on Kings of War is quite important.
Yeah.
Is, do we go a little bit more tactical when we're talking about, well, I'm trying to move this unit up here to counter that, I want to put some pressure onto them. But the way we look at it sometimes, I'm still here, the way we look at it sometimes is, if I tell you what I'm planning on doing with my movement,
I'll
kind of giving the game away, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know sometimes if it's
I
worth
don't think you
talking
should.
too much about the movement.
No. Because in Kings of War, if you don't notice it, that means you screwed up. And like I said, it's very much the moving is you're trying to outthink you got to outthink your opponent, not have the hardest models.
And you think about it, the two undead armies I'm taking at the moment, I've really not used Surge like that.
No.
I shouldn't have put Surge on a combat unit. That might have been better on my cavalry to get that flank charge in.
Yeah, in the second game, I didn't take my cavalry. I just took all foot troops.
Yeah.
So
Well, I haven't got the models to do
I just
that.
thought it'd be a bit. Like, I don't want to get, like you say, you don't want to get.
Because everybody goes,
you-
it's undead, lots of Surge, use it because that's what it's for. Yeah, I get that, but I just want to have a play around and see if I can work some tactics out without it.
Yeah, that's what didn't want to do the cavalry. I wanted to see if I can actually do it.
But again, because you
troops.
paint it so much, you have more options.
Yeah, I was going to do a snake troll army. At first, I thought, no, I won't do that.
Could you imagine using a chess clock during second edition close combat?
No. As simple as that. No.
Can you imagine that?
Oh God! It takes us off now. Look at the maths.
Yeah. Quick, Chase. Pause the clock.
2 hours later. Oh yeah, we need 5 dice. So I need 10 dice. Oh, I get
tell you
+2.
what,
It's a -1. That
The combat in third.
so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so much. Actually, I think so much deadlier.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
When you get in there.
But but that was Rogue Trader used to be like that. So they done Rogue Trader. Then they had that combat system with Necrobundle. Oh, that'd be good. Why don't we put that in the 40k?
Yeah.
So they went, and then went back to third edition and went back to the normal close combat rules. But that's what makes second so much different than any other system out there.
Yeah.
The combat rules.
Oh God, you need a mathematical.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love watching second edition, and I love watching Josh struggle doing the maths just like we do. And it's even worse because you know you're filming and people are watching it.
Add that to that. Add with this. Oh God's sake, no.
But this was easy. It was a case of just like, right, you got 4 attacks, extra weapon, charging 6 attacks.
Yeah. Scorpions are good in this because you get to attack before.
Yes, because you get spits.
Yeah, and it classes as combat as well. The death tally.
Banshees are good for charging stuff in cover
Yes.
because they go first.
Yeah. But no.
But the problem with Banshees is now, whereas Banshees had a power sword which is strength 5 -3 in second,
they're not now.
it became no save but only strength.
Yeah, it's just like to me. Same as me going against you today.
Yeah, but you think about it, there's no Doom in this in third edition.
I don't know.
No.
But yeah, it's no difference, is it? 5 to win you today. So your matches are basically the same as me.
Yeah, no Doom. But then in the next edition, I think they brought Doom back but got rid of Eldritch Storm.
Okay.
Don't know. Or I think they just added Doom back. And Doom was great in the later editions because it doomed the whole squad.
Yeah.
And you got to reroll your wounds. So suddenly Banshees charging in you 5s was great.
Yeah, but no, it's pretty great anyway, because you're going first. Most of the time you're hitting on 3s or 4s. Wounding Marines on 5s with no save.
Yeah.
What's the... I don't see the downside.
Yeah,
Because you're going to kill
you're going to kill 4.
Yeah. So you hit on 4s.
So you got 1 attack, extra weapon 2, charging 3. So that's 30 attacks potentially.
Yeah.
4s to hit, so 15 hit. 5s to win, so you're only looking at about 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's 3 or 4 Marines there. They're only hitting back then. Half the Marines are hitting back.
Yeah, Banshees though. A bit weak. Alright, which would you roll out? Scorpion or Banshee?
Scorpions.
There you go. Point
Because I like scorpions. Simple as that. I like the whole idea of the infiltrating scorpions.
But they can infiltrate.
In third they can.
No, they can't.
You sure?
Yep.
I thought it was seconds.
Don't know. Just looking now.
Yeah.
We got to go in a minute. Look at that. It's bloody 1 o'clock here. We've been chatting for an hour.
Chatting along when we do the beginnings.
True. Right, you got Scorpion Pistol, Chainsword and Mandy Blasters, Crushing Blow and Stealth, 20 points.
Stealth. That sounds pretty infiltrating to me.
It's not.
I don't care if it sounds it.
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
you'd have to buy it,
Yeah.
but you should get it for nothing. Scorpion should be able to infiltrate.
No, that's an Exarch.
The Exarch is
Teaching them how to crawl for the cover.
the Exarch is extremely cunning. They
There we
knows
go.
how to use the lay of the land to shield his squad from the enemy as they approach.
Yeah.
A squad led by an Exarch with stealth may infiltrate if allowed to do so by the mission being played. So because you don't know what mission you're going to play, you could pay 20 points today and you wouldn't be able to infiltrate because it said no reserves, no infiltrate. You'll need to try and get your hands on some of the Citadel journals for second. They got some cool. They do.
Oh, the journals.
Yeah, they do. One of my favourites is the Eldar Tactics, which I've managed to download actually.
Which was it second or was it later on where they did the Harlequin army?
That's in there as well.
And the journals. They did
Yeah,
the
I think
mines,
I download that. Oh, they always had the mines, but they're the mines in Rogue Trader.
But he didn't second.
No, which is wrong because they were really an infiltrating unit.
Yeah, they brought them out. They brought them out in the journal. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they got their own psychic powers and everything.
Yeah.
Mostly about moving stuff.
Mm.
So you can move the enemy, an enemy model 2d6, or you can give yourself extra strength or toughness and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I've got the power somewhere. I've got the card
I've
somewhere.
got the journal somewhere actually, because I must have read it and seen it. And I would have chucked it away.
But yeah, there's a lot of change from third.
Yeah.
A lot of change. It did Last Blasters. There we go.
I don't know, I do like three.
Last Blasters are
Strength 3.
range 24, strength 3, AP 6. Ooh, scary. And assault 2.
It's a torch on a high beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Super get to move 12 inches.
Yeah.
So you've effectively got a killing range of 36 inches. Which ain't too bad, because you think 10 of them would be 20 shots.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't take him against Marine, you'd take him against guard. Because you're going against guard, got a deal.
Any second edition Titans in the collection, Metal Thunderhawks? No.
Yeah, right.
No.
You think we made him money?
What am I looking for? Oh, costs.
I don't know.
£21 points. It'd be 210 points for 10 Super Orcs.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That is a lot. And there's no nothing special about them.
Yeah, they've got grenade packs, haven't they?
Yeah.
That was pretty nice, I think. Flying over unit, dropping grenades down. Or coming down and dropping grenades down. Pretty sure that's...
Right. It's only for deep strike.
Right.
It's a large blast, strength 4, AP 5. Note that only one marker is placed per Swooping Hawk unit, regardless of the number of models in it. Swooping Hawk wings rapidly across the battlefield. A model with Swooping Hawks, in addition, a squad with Swooping Hawk wings may always use the deep strike rules to deploy. So you get the deep strike once, you can't leave the board. So you get to do that once when you deep strike.
We have a massive grade 10 plate.
It's only 2.5 inches. It's not that big.
Big enough. Strength 5, isn't it?
Strength 4, AP 5. So the Marines are going to go, whatever. Mate, this is the edition where Marines really started to.
Weren't there some
Primitive Eldar somewhere that rode dinosaurs. Yeah,
Yes.
that was second edition.
Yes.
Exodite Lords.
They got rid of them in that this one.
Yeah, ditched them. Could have rode dragons. Closest we can get to that now would be to use the Dark Elf Cold One Riders
Yes.
and convert them. And have Eldar Rogue Trader Dark Elf legs and just cut them in half and put a Rogue Trader Eldar on top. And that
Or
would
just
be.
wait and they'll probably bring them out again anyway.
Yeah, because
Like
they're so
everybody else.
desperate to. Yeah, definitely. So are we going to say goodnight?
Yeah, I think we best.
Because we don't tidy up yet.
Yeah, and get some sleep.
Yes. Thank you guys for the chat.
Thanks, guys.
We will catch you all later. So what are we going to do next week?
Was it boat action?
Boat action in it. Back to Europe.
Yes.
Yes, because Leslie was right.
Yes.
Commander was kicking Grenadiers. Yeah. Okay. Cool, guys. We'll see you later. All the best.
See you guys.
Bye. Oh, how do I finish this? There we go.